Welcome back to the channel that you've never been to, since this is my first video. I decided it was time to do a video vlog or diary of the garden and the farm. We live on 23 acres and we have goats, we have miniature horses, and we have a garden that's 8 by 40. And instead of just writing down and trying to document what's going on, it's gonna be a lot easier if I just video vlog so that I can look back on it. And if anybody cares, they can watch it too, so that's fine. Let's go see. Feels nice out, but it's kind of warm and it's really, really bright. Oh look, it's goats, yay. Excuse me? This is Heidi. I thought that that my daughter was naming her Heidi, but no, I was mistaken because it's not Heidi, it's Heidi. Hi, Heidi. Heidi's a nice goat. Hi, Heidi. What are you doing? What you doing? You want more love? Is that it? You want more love? Aw, she's so nice. She's also going to have babies, so we're waiting on that as well. She might let me milk her, which is going to be a first for me because I've never milked a goat before. Aww. So I think we have about 12 goats. I'd have to count them up, but we have babies and we sell them. They're boar goats, they're meat goats, so we don't have a lot of experience milking them, and really they're not all that friendly. Heidi is nice, but some of these other goats aren't so nice. It's bright out here. Getting distracted though. Let's look at the garden. Okay, hold that thought. I have to go outside and do some work, and it's too hot and it's too bright, so I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna go look at it after I do some work. Working hard or hardly working there, Farmer Brown, or should I say Farmer Smith? Oh, he's so cute. But he ain't doing nothing. They're doing something. I don't know. Okay, BRB. So, been outside working. It's hot, I'm tired. Farm life, but whatever. And side note, goats aren't actually annoying. No, they are kind of annoying. They're not that bad. They can be kind of annoying. They're not terrible. They're not mean. They're not mean, that's what I mean. I mean that they're not mean. And that I hate them. I like them. I got this thing about having indoor pets. I'm not a fan. Outside, that's fine. Goats can be annoying. They're not that bad. I'm just a new goat mom. Don't judge. Okay, so let's just look at this. The garden is doing really well. It's an 8 by 40 box. Newsflash, is still hot out here, but I'm going to keep doing it. We are under construction right now because we're trying to build a shade cover for the box so that the tomatoes especially don't get just burned up from the heat. This is my experimental area over here with my pots. Kiddie pool, we'll look at that in a minute. This is one of my favorite things right here is the corn. I grew it from unpopped popcorn kernels just from the store. When you buy corn seeds of any type, it's going to be the whole kernel from the corn cob, and this is just basic yellow corn, and it actually grew and it's doing really good. It looks better than my heirloom glass gem corn, which is also doing pretty good, but this is very impressive considering where I got the seeds from. This is a mammoth sunflower. I mean, it's taller than me. It's big. I'm really surprised by it. And then over here, this is the Mongolian sunflower. And it's about as tall as my husband, and he's 6'2". Again, that's very impressive. And then my tomatoes, I have about 9 different varieties. There's some here. It's right there. There's like 3 on each side. Well, there's a baby over there, you can't see it. But over here I have Black Beauty tomato. And I have a little baby. Let's find it. This is my first one, so I am excited about it. There it is. It's even got the black coming up on it over here. It's gonna be good. Got cucumbers going over here. These are the Richmond green apple cucumbers. I swear they've taken me forever to grow. But down here, there's like, if I can find it, there's like little babies in here. I just harvested the first one, so it may take me a while, but I'm working on it. Okay, so I got the corn and the sunflowers. Then I have the tomatoes. And then over here is the cucumber. There's some chives planted in the middle there that have gone to seed. They've dried up. I need to deal with that. I've got green beans over here. They're growing really slow and they're a little bit yellowy. I got those seeds from Dollar Tree for 10 cents, so I can't really complain. And the cucumbers, actually, that's heirloom from Baker's Creek. And all but this tomato plant right here is Baker's Creek, because this comes from Dollar Tree as well. That's a large red cherry. I got Paul Robeson, chocolate pear tomato, pink German tomato, then the black beauty tomato, purple Cherokee tomato, which is really tiny. This one is black cherry tomato. Yeah, and some of these are small because the birds and the rabbits have gotten hold of them, but I did not get them in the ground when I should have. I should have started them a lot sooner. That's part of the problem. Got this cantaloupe down here though that's doing really good. Proud of that. I think that's a black nebula carrot growing there. I'm trying to save as much space as possible, and I've used bricks that were laying around the farm unused, so that I would be able to have a place to step and not step on my plants. That's a volunteer russet potato plant. Did not plant that. It's just kind of growing in the middle here where nobody walks. There's going to be an irrigation that's going to go down the center of the box. Bricks are on the side where I can walk. So far so good. I got some beets here. They're doing pretty good, slowly but surely. And then over here I've got, this has gone crazy, but it's all screwed up because I had to scoot it over to get the post in. That's for the cover. This is the strawberry watermelon from Baker's Creek. Again, lots of heirloom seeds. I'm pretty impressed. Some of this, I mean, pandemic hit and we had other stuff going on before then, so I did not get to start my plants sooner. My poor peppers down here, they're doing what they can. I resorted to just throwing them on the ground because the rabbits would not stop eating them. Okay, so those are my melons. This is what I'm really excited about here. I don't know if I'm at the right angle. I might have to switch this up, but I have little pumpkins down here. I harvested these from some I just bought from Walmart. These are just tiny, mini yellow pumpkins. And then I got the white striped pumpkins in here. They're doing really good. Everything's just going kind of crazy. And I have a little one right there. So cute. Over on the other side of the box, I got the glass gem corn. It's trying. That one's pretty tall. That's about 4 feet tall. It's doing its thing. I got more volunteer russet potatoes over here. I didn't do anything. They came up from the compost. I have tarragon, oregano over here. Those are peanuts. Peanuts are having a really hard time. Something has munched on them every time I've tried to plant them, and I don't know. The little yellow blooms keep disappearing. It's very disappointing. And then over here we have butternut squash. I'm gonna get around here. I have a little baby butternut squash. Again, harvested from one I got from Walmart. Nothing crazy. Just harvested it myself. And then the spaghetti squash, same thing. Saved these a long time ago. They're down here. There's 2 down here. And then there's this one up here. It's doing really good though. It's going up the teepee. Okay, this is flax seeds that I planted. I don't even know what to do with this yet because I'm new at that. It grew, I mean, I don't have to do anything. So I'm just gonna roll with it and see what happens. My purple tomatillos are still very small. They grow a lot like peppers do, from what I can tell. But they grow really slow like peppers do. So I should have started those inside a lot sooner. And then the green beans here again. I got these at Dollar Tree. They're going crazy, but they're growing really slow. They're very tiny. Let's see. Like little bitty babies. But they're really tiny. And it might be a while before I really start seeing them grow. And then this russet potato, I just left it. I said, why not? Let's see what happens. I pulled up a baby that I had, and it grew tiny tomatoes. So, potatoes. Oh my gosh. I've been in the sun too long. Okay, and then over here, let's see. This was another one of my experiments that I was excited about because over here, I've got pinto beans that I planted, just dried from the pantry that you get at the store. Not only did I plant them long after I planted these green beans over here, they outgrew it like crazy and then put on these pods and they're outgrowing it like it's unbelievable how much bigger it is. I can hardly believe that. But I'm just gonna watch them, do some more research. I've never grown them before, but these were from my pantry. So I say again, why not? That easy to grow food from stuff that you have, why not just do it? I mean, if I can grow it and it's that easy to grow, then I'm gonna grow it myself. And then more of my sugar magnolia tendril pea from Baker's Creek. These have really pretty little flowers. This has grown really fast. Peas grow really fast. And this has done really well. And almost every day I come out here and there's something on it. I got about 6 of them. They grow a little bit crazy, but you kind of twist the tendrils around and get it up on the bamboo stick and just get it going. And that's about all it needs. Let's see. The last bit I have at the end down here is, again, the cucumber. It grows slow, but it grows like something crazy. And I really don't see any cucumbers going on here. There's lots of blossoms. I expect to start seeing some. And it's like most plants, you get going on it and it doesn't take too long and then you start really seeing something happening. But then over here, I've got, again, these are red beans from the pantry. These are getting huge. I planted these the same time I planted the pinto beans, and both the red beans here and the pinto beans, I think it was like a month after I planted the green beans. So I can't believe how much bigger these are. I gotta research like what all you can do with them, how to store them, how to dry them, what to do with fresh. Can I utilize the whole pod, even though it's like, you know, beans that we think of for Mexican dishes and refried beans and things like that, you know, which is mainly pinto beans, but red beans can be like that too. So, I mean, my gosh, this is really amazing. And it's just stuff from the pantry. And then right behind it, this looks like a hot mess, by the way, but it's like everything is really green and it's growing. I got another little pumpkins down here, but this thing has gone nuts. I also didn't realize that the pumpkins don't go up on the teepee or vine. And then I planted that cucumber there. It's the Richmond apple cucumber from Baker's Creek. And it went crazy, but it went out. It didn't go up. I'm having a hard time getting it to go up. So it's because it grows crazy. It's not like the peas or the green beans necessarily. Like here, I've had a really hard time with the butternut squash too. The one that's given me the least amount of trouble is the spaghetti squash. Just kind of guide it and use the little tendrils to wrap around, and it goes up, and maybe somewhere I use a little bit of tulle. And when I say tool, I mean craft tool. That stuff does not break. It does not tear. If you tie it into a knot and you pull it tight, it will not come off. It will hurt your hands before it breaks. It's not going to break. And then I have the flowers around my trellis that I finally got to put in, which I was really happy about. Let's see if we can get it. Sam and I got married under this. I bought it at Hobby Lobby on clearance for like $110 or something. It was about the most of anything. It cost more than my dress, which is kind of funny. But I'm really happy with how this looks. But my flowers, I've got cosmos, seashells. These are heirloom. They're really pretty. Different kind of colors going on. And then these are from Dollar Tree, the zinnias, which grow to be several feet tall. They're quite tall. And the morning glories, they're blue and white. They're vining up. You just guide it, help it along. I had one on the other corner over there that died on me, so I planted another one. And that's kind of what I've been doing, is when something dies, I just plant another one. And I say, why not, you know? Experiment. It's all about experimenting anyway. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be great at it. The dirt that we have is, we got it from a local, I don't know what you call it. They have dirt. They've got gravel and all that kind of stuff. And we got their soil mix. I think it was like certain parts compost and dirt and wood chips and sand and whatnot. But also when we built this box, we built it this spring, and it was, I mean, we had to establish this whole thing this year, which was a lot of extra work. That's part of why it took me so long to get this together. So I got it started late. Oh, the dirt. I forgot what I was talking about. The dirt we got after I'd already covered the bottom of the box with manure and hay from the goat pen. And then it was the soil. And then I put hay on top, which you almost can't tell now because it's pretty dry. You can kind of still see it. This was a tree that we planted. It's an oak, but I think it died, so... Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna have a funeral for that guy. Poor thing. And then some experimenting here as well with the asparagus that I just basically threw. I've gotten to this point where I'm like tired, and so I just started throwing seeds all over the place, and they came up, so I'm not too worried about it. This is European muslin mix. It looks really short because I trim it and use it for salads and garnish on like tacos and stuff. And it is a little bit bitter. It's got arugula in it, which it's bitter. It's good, but not by itself. And pomegranate grew from a seed. I got that dude just from a pomegranate from Walmart. Not even organic. It's growing. I didn't put him there. Growing next to the corn. I'm going to leave him until he gets a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to move him. I got some dino kale here. Didn't plant them there. I think one of the seeds ended up over here next to my tarragon and my oregano, carpet oregano, and the rest of my tarragon. Again, I'm just going to leave them until I figure out what to do with it. But that's kind of just what's going on here. So that's the box, really. Again, experimenting, under construction, lots of things growing. It's doing really good. All the different tomatoes. Oh, the milk jugs, I almost forgot. If you take a milk jug, you poke about 6 holes at the top, right here, around, and then like 1 hole at the bottom. It'll just drip out and water your plants for you, which is really good for the tomatoes if you don't have any kind of irrigation setup. I got that one over here for the birds, so they leave my tomatoes alone as they grow. Got another one further down there. What else? Random things growing, like little carrots here and there in between those stones that I got, because I don't want to waste any space. If it's just a one and done radish, just let it grow. I'll deal with it later. It's done, you pull it out anyway, so why not? And then over here I've got avocados that I started from the pits. They actually were out here during the winter and they did fine, which is funny because this taller one, I took it inside during the winter. And that darn thing isn't any better for it. I don't know why. And it's not the right season for lettuce, but I had romaine during the winter and I want it to give me seeds, and then butter crunch lettuce that has tried and died. It's tried to do something, but it's not doing all that great, and it's too close together. And this was experimental because I threw it in and I didn't really even try to plant it. I just sprinkled it. So at this point I'm just gonna see what it does and then I'll deal with it later. That's a little pear. Came from the seed of, it was a seed from one of the pears from our trees. We have a pear tree. It's old. And again, this is, I just want to remember this later on, how I did this and how it's either gonna grow or it's not gonna grow. What it did it die? How long did it last? Grapefruit. I do not know what's happening with this. That's a grapefruit that I planted, a seed that I planted from a grapefruit that I found inside an old grapefruit that I got at Walmart. No, it's a, ow, nasty gnat. I cut open a grapefruit once that had like 2 or 3 seeds in it that were already sprouted, and so I planted it, and that one acted like it died. Here we are living, like that one has not changed in size. Not changed in size, doesn't look healthy. What are you? I don't know. What is this? I don't know. So, catnip. No idea what it's doing. No idea. I have no idea. Green onion is trying to do something. I swear, it rains the tiniest bit and it just shoots up. But that's from Walmart. Like, save the bottom, plant it, just come out and snip it. Don't pull it up. But now it's trying to flower. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, right here. It's trying to flower. That one, and then over here. This one too. So I'm just going to leave them. Let them get real tall, do what they're going to do. Got bee balm over here. I think this is plantain. Both Baker's Creek. I'm having a hard time getting that one to go though. And then over here, this was just the kiddie pool of experiments. Everything I do is an experiment. I have pulled off of sweet potato. Just one of the little eyes that starts growing. Sweet potatoes are funny because when it starts growing, it looks like this, but it's really tiny and it's purple. So I just pulled off that entire thing, or cut, maybe I just cut the chunk off, a tiny chunk of where I was, and then I planted it, and then here we are. It's doing something. I know that this is the most ghetto, this one especially, because it's just, I just threw it in. I'm not trying very hard. I just wanted to see what it would do. Scarlet kale, butter crunch lettuce, that's Aurora mix right here. That is a spinach substitute. Garlic from Walmart, just regular garlic. Dinosaur kale. That's about it. That's about it though. So what are you doing? Is that really safe though? Oh gosh, that's definitely not. Don't you warn a sister next time. Wait, hey. What are you doing?
I don't feel like working on this junker.
Good Lord. So it's not crabgrass, it's blue stem. Good gravy. Is this the only way to get rid of this and have just Bermuda? Huh?
I don't think this is going to get rid of it.
You don't think that'll get rid of it? Well, why are we burning it then? Because you like fire?
No, because I got to get it out of here some way.
Okay. Okay, boomer. Well, that took a turn. Okay. Okay, well, that was basically it, though. So I'm going to try to update it once a week so that I can at least keep up with what's going on and document for myself so that I can see it. And if you want to watch it, fine. But I thought this would be fun. It's something for my kids and I to look back on when I had lots of gray hairs and I'm wrinkly from all the sun damage. Okay, bye.